He had nothing, no money, no name, no chance. His father drank. His neighborhood was crumbling. He was kicked out of his own home at the age of 7. But this boy would one day become the most followed person on earth. He would go on to lift the biggest trophies in football, sign billion-dollar deals, and inspire generations. This is not just a story about football. This is the unbelievable, true story of Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985, in Funchal, Madeira, an island far from mainland Portugal. His mother, Maria Dolores, worked as a cook and cleaning woman. His father, Jose Dias, was a gardener who struggled with alcoholism. The family lived in a small tin-roofed house, barely enough for 6 people. Sometimes they went to bed hungry. His older siblings had hand-me-down clothes. Cristiano didn't even have that. He was the youngest, often forgotten. His school uniform was torn. His shoes barely held together. Kids at school mocked his accent and poverty. Ronaldo found escape in one thing: a football. He would kick anything that rolled. He played on hills, streets, schoolyards, anywhere. He didn't have fancy boots or cones. He used stones for goals. He would skip meals just to keep playing. At age 8, he joined Madeira, a small local team. He trained with kids older than him, faster than him, but he never gave up. His speed, even then, was terrifying. He cried when he lost. He practiced until nightfall. His obsession began early. At age 12, Ronaldo was scouted by Sporting Lisbon. But there was a cost. He had to leave his island, his family, and everything familiar. It was the hardest decision of his young life. On the plane to Lisbon, he cried silently. He arrived at the academy with a small suitcase and big dreams. There, things didn't get easier. The other boys mocked his accent. He was called Madeiran Monkey. He had no friends, no support, no backup plan. But that isolation built something in him, an obsession with greatness. Just as his talent began to shine, everything nearly ended. At 15, Ronaldo was diagnosed with a racing heart tachycardia. It was dangerous, fatal even. Doctors said he might never play again. He was shattered, but he begged for surgery. He had a laser procedure to correct his heart rhythm and returned to training days later. Even his coaches were stunned. He trained with fury, like every minute was borrowed time. And soon, the scouts came knocking. In 2003, Sporting played a friendly against Manchester United. Ronaldo, just 18, destroyed them on the field. He was fast, fearless, and electric. United players begged Sir Alex Ferguson, "Please sign him." 1 week later, Cristiano Ronaldo became the most expensive teenager in Premier League history. He moved to England with no English, no family, and no idea what was waiting. England was cold, harsh, and brutal. He was mocked for his sleepovers. He couldn't speak the language, but he didn't party. He didn't drink. He trained. He hit the gym while others slept. He stayed after practice. He watched videos of his games obsessively. He began building what fans would call the Ronaldo machine. His speed increased. His strength exploded. His discipline became legendary. By 2007, he was the Premier League's most feared winger. But behind the power was pain. In 2005, Ronaldo's father died from alcohol-related liver failure. He was only 20. His father never saw him win a major trophy. Cristiano never got to say goodbye. That loss became his fire. He swore to never drink. He swore to rise higher, for his mother, for his name, for his legacy. In 2009, Ronaldo signed with Real Madrid for a then world record fee, $131 million. Pressure mounted, but he delivered. In 9 years, he scored 450 goals, won 4 Champions Leagues, and became the club's all-time top scorer. Madrid became his kingdom. But even then, he never stopped training like the poor kid from Madeira. Today, Ronaldo is more than an athlete. He's a brand, a billionaire, a businessman, a father. But every morning, he still trains because he knows what it feels like to sleep on a cold bench, to be mocked, to be told you're worthless. He remembers the boy who was thrown out, and that's why he never stops. Cristiano Ronaldo was not born lucky. He was not handed success. He built it from pain, from rejection, from fire. He is proof that no matter where you start, you can rise to the top of the world. After 9 historic years at Real Madrid, Ronaldo shocked the world in 2018. He left. He walked away from the club where he had become a god. Why? Because he wanted more challenge, more growth, more legacy. He signed for Juventus. New league, new country, new language. At 33 years old. And still, he dominated. He scored 101 goals in just 3 seasons. He won titles. He carried the team. But more than anything, he showed the world he wasn't slowing down. Ronaldo wasn't aging. He was evolving. By now, Ronaldo had become more than a footballer. He was a fashion mogul, a fragrance line, a hotel chain, a social media powerhouse. Every brand wanted his name. Every child knew his face. He was the most followed person in the world. But despite the luxury, he kept training harder than anyone. He had millions, but still skipped desserts. He had fame, but still studied every game. Because for Cristiano Ronaldo, greatness was a lifestyle. Off the field, Ronaldo's life changed again. He became a father. First Cristiano Jr., then twins Eva and Matteo, and then Alana Martina. He trains them. He reads to them. He tells them, I had nothing. You will have everything. But never forget what it takes to earn it. To them, he is not the icon. He's just dad. He protects them from the spotlight, but he also teaches them discipline, love, and focus. In 2022, Ronaldo made another unexpected move. He joined Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. Critics laughed. They said his career was over. But again, he proved them wrong. He transformed the league. Stadiums sold out. Viewership exploded. He brought global attention to Saudi football. And he scored goals, lots of them. He didn't just chase trophies. He was building something bigger, a legacy beyond Europe. What most people don't see is Ronaldo's heart. He paid for a child's $100,000 brain surgery. He donated millions to cancer hospitals. He gave his Champions League bonuses to charities. He's refused to get tattoos so he can keep donating blood. He visits sick children without cameras because the boy who had nothing wants others to have something. For over 15 years, the world asked, Messi or Ronaldo? The magician or the machine? The artist or the athlete? The calm genius or the relentless beast? But the truth, they made each other better. Every Messi goal pushed Ronaldo to train harder. Every Ronaldo record inspired Messi to answer. Together, they defined an era. They weren't enemies. They were mirrors. Ronaldo's body is famous, but his mind is legendary. He doesn't drink. He doesn't party. He doesn't skip leg day. His cheat meal is chicken and rice. He sleeps 5 times a day in short cycles. He studies his own body like a scientist. That's the real reason he's still playing at the highest level. Not luck, not talent, obsession. He started as a skinny kid, sleeping on benches. Now he has his own hotels, his own museum, his own statue. He's a brand. CR7 is a movement. But when asked what he's most proud of, he says, my family and my discipline. Is Cristiano Ronaldo the greatest footballer of all time? That depends on who you ask. But here's what's not up for debate. No one trained harder. No one was more disciplined. No one came from so little. and built so much. That's not just greatness. That's a legend. He was thrown out by his father. He was mocked for his accent. He was told he was too skinny, too selfish, too flashy. But he never stopped. He turned pain into power, discipline into destiny. And now, he's one of the most iconic humans of the 21st century. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just play the game. He redefined what was possible.